यही रात अंतिम, यही रात बाकी. This is the very popular song that came from the the last night before the war. The final conclusive war happens. And yes, it is T minus one, and it is, when you look at the time here in Ahmedabad, it is 9:37. By this period, you will all but figure out, maybe by 60%, 70%, which team is going to win the T20 World Cup tomorrow, because it's India versus New Zealand that is going to take place at the Narendra Modi Stadium. And boy, oh boy, are we in now for something spectacular. Now, you have to understand one major things at this point in time, because look at the situation that has developed in the press conferences as well as in the practice session throughout this entire day. Now, what has happened? Mitchell Santner and Suryakumar Yadav came for the press conference. There was a dramatic delay of 30 minutes in the India press conference. What was the reason? Apparently, the Indian cricket team did not arrive on time. They apparently reached the stadium at 6 o'clock. Suryakumar Yadav came directly from the team bus for the press conference. After that, they went for the practice session. But in the New Zealand practice session, what happened was that Mitchell Santner spoke about what are the things that New Zealand are doing right. Okay, he has reiterated two aims. Aim number one is to break some hearts in order to win a major title. Second, it would be cool to silence the crowd. It is not a new term anymore. Pat Cummins, when he used that on November 18th, 2023, became the coldest line in the history of cricket. Mitchell Santner has only one aim, and that is to ensure that New Zealand win another title. Because see, they're also reaching the mark of chokers when you look at international cricket at this stage in the ICC events. Look at the thing. In 2023, they lost in the semi-final. In 2024, they didn't even make it. 2022, you lost semi-final yet again. 2021, you lost in the final. Then in 2025, you actually ensured that, yes, you reached the final despite having a glorious run, but then you capitulated both times against India. So yes, the script is playing out in a similar way. You beat South Africa, you thrashed them, you defeated them even in the Champions Trophy then, but you stumbled against India. Now, conditions in India are really, really awesome at this stage for stroke making. Let's look at the Mumbai game, for example. The Indian team is confident about that. So, in the practice session today, you saw Kyle Jamieson have an extended session. But remember, Jamieson has got a great record against India, but it's not necessarily in T20s. So when the session began, Kyle Jamieson had a good run. The rest of the New Zealand players also had a decent amount of practice. They had already practiced the night before, 6 to 9. They had an additional practice session when we came here on the 6th, because it was very, very important for New Zealand to get acclimatized to the country. So on 7th, this is the current situation, that New Zealand had a light practice session with Jamieson having an extended session in the afternoon period. Santner is confident that New Zealand can do certain things which is really, really good at this point in time. So they have the resources, but they want to silence the Ahmedabad crowd yet again, and they want to break certain hearts so that they win the trophy. Now, Suryakumar Yadav. Suryakumar Yadav, before he went to the practice session, he decided that, okay, let's have a press conference. It lasted for close to 18-19 minutes. And in that, he has reiterated that, yes, it is a big legacy for him that he's leading this Indian cricket team, because he's waited 6-7 years. He's done the hard yards in T20 cricket, and that is why he's now gotten the chance to lead. He's been part of a dominant Indian cricket team that has redefined the rules in T20 cricket. So, this is Suryakumar Yadav, who's saying that actually the shoe is mine, but the footprints is that of Rohit Sharma. He's taken Rohit Sharma's success mantra to the very next level. Now, you have to understand that when India actually had their lowest point in 2023, Rohit Sharma decided we have to change the way how we play. And it became a very aggressive, top order, heavy and fast-paced attack that is there at this point. So, batting from 1 to 8, just go gung-ho, and it served India well when they won in 2024 without even dropping a game. Here they stand on the cusp of winning a T20 World Cup by defending the title and also winning at home. So the footsteps are mine, are Rohit Sharma's, but the shoe is mine. So he's following Rohit's mantra, and Gambhir is also putting him in a very good headspace. Now you have to also understand that in the Indian press conference, that in the Indian practice session, there were 4-5 batters who really had a long batting session. One was Abhishek, the other was Tilak, the other was Rinku Singh. Rinku Singh had an extended session today, but is that an indication that he's going to play? In Mumbai, just before the start of the semi-final, he was there. He did bat in the afternoon session, but he didn't play that semi-final. Unless there is an injury, then and only then I think someone fits in. Abhishek Sharma. Now, even Abhishek Sharma had a good run in the nets, but the one startling, and when you look at it, the main talking point was near the pitch. Abhishek Sharma was indulged in a very intense conversation with Gautam Gambhir. Gautam Gambhir was telling him a lot of tips. I mean, from a distance which is very far, I could not figure out what was being said. But looking at the way how Gautam Gambhir was talking to Abhishek Sharma, it was meant that, okay, maybe put him in the right mental space and ensure that there are no butterflies and that they ensure that you do a good job on the day of the final. Big game, nerves. Who better than Gautam Gambhir to analyze it? 2 ICC events, 2007, 2011. That is how Gautam Gambhir ensured that India was put over the line in both those instances. But after that, there was a catching session which lasted close to 15-20 minutes. And Abhishek Sharma, the highlight was he ran back and took a one-handed catch. And he was continuing to catch well. But yes, in a practice session, there is no pressure. But in a final, looking at the lights, and I could see when the ball was hit, because it's the ring of fire, Ahmedabad also doesn't have big, you may say, floodlights. They have lights around the thing. So that is why there was a good practice session. And once when the ball goes there, it does become pretty hard to sight. So Ahmedabad catching will be an issue in the night as well. So that is the thing India will have to worry about. As far as the pitch is concerned, we told you that it is a hybrid pitch, red and black soil. The center wicket where the match was going to take place in the final was actually decided well before. It's not as if it was taken out of thin air and so we will play on this pitch. Ahmedabad and Colombo were your contingency plans, but the pitches to play in both those venues were decided much before. It's not as if it was decided, oh, India will be playing in this, that is why this was the situation that is there. So, India will be playing and New Zealand will be playing on this particular pitch for the very first time. And that is why, looking at the way how things are in that practice session, they did practice accordingly. And you have to go back to the South Africa versus Canada game as to how that happened. How that pitch behaved, how did it go about. So that is the thing which this pitch could offer. As far as the dew is concerned, looking at the dew, when we went at 8:30, 8:35ish, when I touched the surface, there wasn't much dew. There was apparently very little dew. It just got your hands slightly damp, but not wet. But yesterday at 9:10, 9:15, there was dew. And remember, even in Mumbai, there was dew. It's hotter in Ahmedabad. And there is no breeze that will ensure that the dew goes away. It doesn't settle down. So, if there is no breeze and if it is hotter, then you will see dew really rear its head. So, there is no dew at about 8, 8:30. It's quite dry, but there will be dew later on. So, it is going to be very fickle. Ahmedabad weather, remember, in some games, there has been no dew despite being hot. But here it is hotter and it has gotten very sticky. So that is why this is the current situation regarding dew. And I'll take some comments. And yes, Surya Kumar Yadav, he answered in his typical way. I know that people will say that there is a lot of wannabeism in Surya Kumar Yadav. But Surya Kumar Yadav is the captain of a very successful team. And they are on the cusp of achieving something big in world cricket. Now, I'll tell you what is the thing. Sky is weak and he will again fail in the big match. And that is what many people are saying. Sky is weak. But does it matter? What if Surya Kumar Yadav falls for a duck? But he still helped you win the title with his tactics. Do you want individual scores to overshadow a broader team? What if Surya scores 100 but you still don't win? You played in a big match, right? You contributed, but then you still were not happy with Surya Kumar Yadav. I'm only saying with Surya Kumar Yadav, be patient. And see, even if he wins the title in the broader scheme of things, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And will Siraj replace Varun Chakravarti? No. Vijay Jayanti? No, no, no. He won't. I know Washington and Siraj are part of the Gujarat Titans in the IPL. They play at this venue. But please, you're not replacing a Mohammad. You're not replacing someone with Varun. You're not replacing Varun Chakravarti with Siraj. I'm sorry. That's not happening at this stage. Updates on New Zealand India practice session. Trishan Bhattacharya. I just gave a whole thing. You just have to rewind about 9 minutes back for this. And why is Universal's Salanati just trying to go after Harshit? I don't understand. What did Harshit do to you here? And I think that's about it. Sir, due right now. See, right now I'm outside the stadium. I'm outside the playing, so I don't know. I'll have to go back in and check. But then see, as far as I was there until now, the practice session's over. Everything's over. Everything's closed now. So until 8:35, 8:45, there wasn't much dew. There wasn't any dew at all. Just maybe very little. Your hand got damp when you touched the surface. But apart from that, after 9:30, 10, there will be some dew. And dew cure was not used apparently. So that is the thing at this point. Arnav, I've already taken your question, my friend. And Ashish, Lakshya Sen wins. Yeah, Lakshya Sen is really going to ensure that he creates history. May join Prakash Padukone and Pullela Gopichand as one of the winners of the All England. Maybe that should happen. But then should we expect 250 if India bats? Well, the rumor says that the pitch will be absolutely flat. See, final, I don't know whether a 250 thing will be possible. It's a big match final, big ground. Anything can happen. So that is why I don't think a 250 is possible. Maybe a 200, 210 might be possible. So this is the current situation. Yug Parmar, good evening. Good evening, Yug Parmar. Is there any possibility to use dew spray tomorrow? No, Uday Krishna, no. You have to do it 2-3 days before and it's not been used. So sorry about that. And hope you're not getting much honking in Ahmedabad as compared to me. Yug Parmar tomorrow. Tomorrow, you see, I was actually played by a DJ. DJ was blaring away to glory, but I think my earpods held well. But tomorrow, there'll be a huge network issue, my friend. Ahmedabad's going to be chock-a-block tomorrow. And 85 to 90,000 are King D. Do you like Ricky Martin? Nah, theek hai. Aditya Kavlekar. India need to be ruthless in pursuit of winning the World Cup and not emotional. Drop Abhi and Varun, play Rinku and Kuldeep. Rohit and Sky are emotional. Kohli was ruthless. But Aditya Kavlekar, that answers your question. Virat Kohli win an ICC event as captain? No, he didn't. Rohit has won. Sky might win. But even if you lose, see, you can't keep winning everything. And India have had a golden run in the past 3 years. But New Zealand, credit to them, yaar. Credit to them in a big, big way. So, IPL schedule announcement date, Vijay Jayanti, yaar, IPL ke liye time hai. Please, not at this point in time. And okay, so that's about it, folks. It's done. T-1 at the Ahmedabad at Narendra Modi Stadium. It's all done. And we are gearing up now for the main final that's going to take place. Main final tomorrow, March 8th. Something special could happen or something disastrous could happen. So yes, that is the way. What does mixed pitch mean? Mixed pitch mean, Dhruva Gupta, mixture of black soil and red soil. That's how it is at this point in time. So bye-bye, folks. See you soon and enjoy the final. You know where you can get all the latest updates. Sports Today is your one-stop destination. Let's see how things pan out tomorrow. I'll be going live tomorrow in the morning. I'll also be live from the stadium. So do check into Sports Today for all the information. Bye-bye.